This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started.
And off we go from Seattle.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Right out of the gates, here's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. Smith throwing again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Now Geno on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, bank at the 39-yard line. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mike 34, Mike 34. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 34's a Mike, 34's a Mike. He's coming. Check him, check him. Alert, alert.
Here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Trap 60, trap 60. He's not going to get me. 34's the Mike, 34's the Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, go flip her up, flip her up.
Now Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. 39 yards. Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Goff on 1st down. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. From the 50, it's Goff. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try for the first with Walker. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue. Now Geno. Throw out wide to Walker. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, man. 34's the right. 34's the right. He's coming. Check him. Check him. QB's trapped. 49, flip her off, 49.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Cover.
Here we go.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Just beating the play clock, Smith. Buying time to his left. This is Fant on the short completion. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, Smith rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Setting up the screen here, this is Walker. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, 14 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. They were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They'll go again with Gibbs. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Geno. On the move to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
34's the mic. He's coming. Check him.
They snap it to Smith. Flushed out right. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They give it off here to the tight end. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Just beating the play clock is gone. That is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Brock Wright from 8 yards out. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st down, Smith. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. From the gun, here's Smith. Sideline throw complete to Walker. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Walker diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. Still going inside the 20. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on is not.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Zach Charbonnet taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check. Hey, let's go Sunday. 13 net.
18 rattling. 18 rattling.
On first down, it's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to improvise. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
On first down, Goff. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Goff. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Dancing to his left. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And this one is incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Smith rolling to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and incomplete on the deep ball. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert, and the Lions will take over.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Goff.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
Able to get this to Patrick.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10.
Goff now looks to throw.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6.
To the air again. Goff. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by Ernest.